Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Gemini, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you are getting a human design oracle deck card. And for your key to the week this week, you have the Gate 10 and Empower. I love this card, right? So you can see the figure there looking in the mirror. And this is about self-consideration, self-understanding, self-wisdom, and also self-actualization. And the word empower on this card is a reminder that by being your true authentic self, by being no more or no less than who you actually are, you give other people permission to do the same thing, and you empower them to find themselves. You empower them to live their own authentic lives as well. And so this week, by really just digging into who you actually are, being okay with that energy and really letting that be more than enough. I was going to say letting it be enough, but it's like, fuck that. Letting it be more than enough, right? You, wonderful Gemini, sun, moon, ascendant or cross watcher, I know there's a few of you, being that is watching this, right? You are more than enough for this world, because if you weren't, you wouldn't be here, right? So live in that space. Be in that space, live in that energy this week, so that everything and everyone that you encounter or that may be looking up to you, nieces, nephews, children, mentees, employees, etc., when they see you, it's like, you know what? They are who they are unapologetically, and actually if they can be that, so can I. This week you have a chance, right, to really show the world how to do it. So we are not worthy. All right, with that said, if you are a continued subbie, you know Rafi loves you. And if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose, and this resonates, hit that subscribe button. For your actions and options this week, for the week ahead, my dear Gemini person, you have the High Priestess. Listen to your intuition. You have an idea, you have an inkling of where you are ready to shine this week, where you're ready to bring something out into the world, where maybe some secret that you've held on to, maybe, I talked about this last week, I think, for Leos, where you're ready to come out of the closet in some way. It doesn't have to be like the actual closet, and as I say, for those of us in the spiritual world, we call it coming out of the broom closet, right? Is there some spiritual practice that you're ready to share with the world? Is there some psychic or spiritual or magical practice that you're ready to share with the world? Or is there something that you've been working on, dealing with, going through, that you are ready to show people this week? This whole energy really speaks to this. Whatever you're revealing or sharing with the world, you are really empowering other people to own their own stories this week. And sometimes what we experience isn't just about us. It goes beyond who we are, right? So really powerful week. And also on top of that, it is the actions and options. Give your intuitive nudges and gut hunches more notice this week, right? Because they're going to be speaking to you on a deep level. For your communications and conversations, you have the Two of Cups. For a lot of you this week, for some of you, maybe you're revealing a relationship. Maybe you've been with somebody for a while. Maybe there's a business partnership that you are ready to reveal to the world. Maybe there's a business deal that you've been working on for some time, or a job that you went after, and it's like, after all the work, it's finally successful, and now you're ready to say, hey world, by the way, this is happening. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, This week, it's your ability to bridge the gap. It's your ability, just like Mercury, your ruler, right? Even though it's going retrograde this week, and we're all going to be feeling this one, right? Your ability to bridge the gap between people, between ideas, between things, between concepts is evident. And this week you're doing that between people. So you could literally be the glue that binds it all together this week. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, you have an opportunity this week to bring things or people together that don't usually mix. And the way that you do this is by remaining true to who you are. For those of you that are retired or no longer working for any reason, this week, maybe you are ready to admit that actually the thing that needs the most work in your life is the relationship. And because it's the Two of Cups, it's like you're met with love, care, and courteousness by opening that subject up. For your love and relations, you have the Page of Swords, right? So this week, this is very funny. Yes, when it comes to the partnership or the relationship, maybe you are revealing a secret to your partner. Maybe this is a secret fear. Maybe it's a secret desire. Maybe it's, there's something that you are willing and wanting to share with the partner. Maybe you are saying, look, you know what, my goals have changed. The point of reference that my career has in relation to our partnership has changed, has shifted. Now, I will say it is the Page of Swords, so it might be a tough, challenging conversation. It may be that one of you decides, actually, you know what, I want to go back to work, or I want to go back to school. There is a lot of support here, but whatever it is, it's going to be not a bitter pill to swallow, but it will be like a moment where it's like, okay, this puts a bit of a spanner in the works of the plans that we have, but we can do this, providing we make a plan together, right? So I actually like that. For those of you that are single, it will be through your work or your profession or even your academic life that you meet somebody this week. And because they come up or through the Page of Swords, there is an initiatory energy about this. So it's just that preliminary handshake kind of moment, right? That moment where you see somebody that you're kind of into, and the looks and the million pieces of information are exchanged between your energy particles. It's just that stage this week. There's nothing over about it. For some of you as well, because it is the Page of Swords, let's talk about it. You could hear from a colleague that somebody in the work sphere has a crush on you. Like, oh, did you know so-and-so, thinks you're a bit of all right, or would like to take you for coffee or whatever. If you're open to it, it could be the start of something really awesome. For your money and materials, you have the Chariot card. Look at that. Underneath the Two of Cups, Gemini, if you want to make money this week, if you want your endeavors to be fruitful, do not go it alone. It's through your partnerships, through your connections, through your relationships, through your professional ties that you succeed this week, right? And for some of you, this could literally be you winning a contract of some sort, and you're doing it by sheer personality, which is great. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is going to be your stomach, your chest, your lungs, and the breasts as well. Just things to watch out for. Because you've got that Two of Cups there as well, I am apt to say you probably want to consider the lungs this week. So usually when lungs come up, I often say to people, think about cardio. I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice, but when the lungs come up, I often say to people, strengthen your cardiovascular system so that it can cope with, whatever challenges it might meet in the world. And then when it comes to your home and environment, to be honest with you, it looks like you're going to be quite busy this week. So home may just be a transitory place where you put your head and not much more. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.